So I'm learning two things here. I'm learning that you're a big old drama queen. The world
Yes.
is always over.
Yeah.
And secondly, your mother should be an acting coach.
She kind of is.
That's like a
She's
great
like
tidbit.
a life coach.
Saoirse Ronan, I am so excited to have you on Fandango FrontRunners. You know how much I love this movie. I basically start crying every time I talk about it
Yeah,
or
I'm
see
expecting you to cry right now.
It very well could happen. My sense is that never before have you felt so in sync with a character that you've played as far as the connection between her, Ailish, and your real life, right? Because you had moved away to
Like,
London right before you
yeah.
started shooting.
Yeah, like 9 months before we started shooting, I moved away and I was still really, really homesick. And I really, as she says in the film, I really missed being an Irish girl in Ireland. And you never know when it's going to hit you. You never know when homesickness is going to hit you. It's so unpredictable. And yeah, it was something that I really was experiencing in such a big, big way when we made the film. And it just meant that emotionally there was no separation. There was no kind of escapism at all, you know, because it was how I was feeling anyway. So there were points where you kind of thought, oh God, am I even acting now? You know, because it just felt... It felt like it was going to completely overwhelm you sometimes.
But you got the part before you had moved away. So in a way, you needed that time to pass before you actually shot it.
At that time, I related to it because my mum and dad had made that journey themselves back in the 80s. So that was kind of my connection to it. You know, they moved over there. They lived in the Bronx for 10, 11 years and they worked and that's what they did. And it really is, you know, the most special place on earth to them because that was the city that made them who they are now. And, you know, New York is a tough place when you don't have a lot of money or you do have to work every day in order to kind of survive there, and that's what they did. And I mean, it is very, very universal, this story, but it is a woman's story and there's so much to tell there. This character has so many principles and she's very secure in who she is, and my mum is that way too, you know. She just encouraged me, she just trusts me, you know.
I want to take a look at a scene from Brooklyn, and this is one of the moments that just kills me every time I watch this movie. And this is a montage where you actually don't speak. It's just you reading these letters, and it's so powerful. I want to take a look and ask you some questions about it.
Okay.
Dear Ailish, it's hard for me to believe that you're reading this in America, thousands of miles across the sea. The big news here is that since you left, Mammy has stopped shopping at Nettles Kelly's. As you know, her bread wasn't always fresh, and she overcharged for everything. And she's awful.
Are we seeing Ailish? Are we seeing Saoirse? Who are we looking at with all of this emotion on her
Well,
face?
I was just going to say I'm so glad you paused it there because I'm really missing home at the minute. And to watch it again, like it affects you. It really does. And so, yeah, I was reading that letter on set that day and I thought of my mum.
Is there a way that she helped encourage you and inspire you to take this role?
Yeah, she went through this journey. She did this. So, yeah, this is very much a film to honour her, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's finish this montage here.
I haven't told her to her face. There's no need. She knows that she overcharges and her bread's not fresh.
We talk about you every evening, of course. We want to know everything. I'm sure you're busy. But even if your letters were 200 pages, they wouldn't be long enough for your mother.
Okay, I love your eyes there. That is such a beautiful shot. It's just so great because I feel like so much of the beauty of your performance is in your facial expressions.
Thanks.
Was that something you really worked hard to feel like you were getting right for this character?
Yeah, of course. But I think I've always been really drawn to just telling a story through my eyes, I suppose. And I remember, again, my mum said it to me when I was younger. I had just come off of Atonement and I went on to another film then straight afterwards. And I said to Mum, you know, I don't really have any lines in this and I don't really get to say anything. And I remember she said to me back then, she said, you can tell a whole story just with your face and you don't have to say a thing. And I remembered she said that to me, and it's so interesting because I think that's something that I'm really drawn to when it comes to expressing a character's emotion. I'm at the stage now where I would prefer to cut lines that I have instead of over-explain things too much.
Wow. So do you feel like making this movie helped you through what could have been a really tough time? Oh my God, you are getting sad. Don't get sad.
No, I'm not.
It's okay.
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm not
Okay.
sad. It just means so much. Just that's why the film means so much, because it got me through that. And I felt like I really had grown after that, and the homesickness wasn't as bad anymore.
I love hearing that. It's my favorite movie of the year. I've said that 50 times. I'm going to keep saying it. Thank you for making it, and thank you for sharing how personal it is to you.
That's
I
all
really
right.
appreciate
Thanks
it.
for almost making me cry.
I know,
again, Dave.
sorry. Okay, I won't do that ever again.
Appreciate
I
that.
swear. If you out there have not seen Brooklyn, first of all, what's wrong? You need to see it. Get your tickets on Fandango. It's a beautiful film. Thanks so much to the TCL Chinese Theater IMAX for having us today, and thank you for watching Fandango FrontRunners.